Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Day After Podcast, the show where your wife tricks you again into watching another stupid Christmas movie. My name's John, I'm here with Haley.
Hello.
And I'm here today. We're watching the 1999 shitty 2.2D animated Christmas feature, Olive, Space the Other Reindeer. Explain yourself.
So this aired in 1999 on Fox, and it was made by Matt Groening. And it went to Nickelodeon, I think, in 2000, and then Cartoon Network in 2002.
How did they get these wonderful rights? Sorry.
So I watched the Cartoon Network version. So 2002 is about the time period that I'm watching this. And so I'm 10. And I don't know. Something about this movie, just whenever it came around on Cartoon Network, I'm like, oh yeah, All the Other Reindeer, let's watch that. I think I had it on DVR at one point.
Gotta save that space. Oh, man.
So this is an animated version, essentially, of a kid's book of the same name.
I'm sure it is.
And I actually really admire the animators for keeping the style of a children's book, even though it doesn't work in 2D animation at all.
At the expense of it. You know how hard it is to look worse than Jimmy Neutron? Just commit. It's like those edited fucking shit posts by your family around Thanksgiving when you're like, I know this isn't legit because there's like 5 different art styles competing here. Why? Everybody looks like they've got a crushed in head.
Yeah.
They got weird oblong faces and
it's whimsical.
No, don't give me that shit. It looks like trash.
I said, okay, the first thing I told you when I said, let's watch All of the Other Reindeer is you were going to say this looks like trash.
It does. Success.
It does.
Success. Oh my god. What tone are they going for?
Yeah. So the tone of this movie is messed up. You get like this kind of general kids Christmas stuff combined with like actual kidnapping, and
it's not even the overarching plot. Well, okay, okay, holy shit. I stumbled headfirst into the villain, fucking played by Dan Castellaneta of Homer Simpson fame. And I can hear him, so that's how you know you got a good actor.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
This man has a fucking serious chip on his dick about Christmas.
Can we talk about the voice cast for a sec? So Olive is voiced by Drew Barrymore.
Okay, Drew Barrymore was a hot shit in 1999. She was a very popular property.
Yeah, and I believe she was also an executive producer.
Yes, she also got EP roles for movies that came out around that time, like Donnie Darko.
Yeah, so this isn't something that like somebody had to beg her to come do or like curtail her with some sweet record deal. No, it's like her heart and soul went into this.
It's just so baffling to me that she's such a flat, uninteresting singer. Like when she sings the, I like this holiday and all the other holidays.
Oh, you mean the bookends? The
shitty bookend song. I turned this movie on in bed. I'm like, no, we have to save this. This looks like garbage. She is a flat person, I guess, because she doesn't appear to be trying at all. She appears to be borderline stating the lyrics to that song.
Well, I mean,
that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
but
I think
Drew is a very safe point if Fox wanted to make something and then have it marketable to other people.
Yeah,
which is why we paid the sweet money to have Joe Pantoliano of Memento be their fucking martini friend who further destroys this fucking tone of a movie by selling fake watches.
Yes, Rolexes with triple X's on them.
Why?
and office supplies. It's important.
Okay,
he got fired from his job at the zoo.
The office supply joke did eventually get funny as soon as I got a fucking beat on this goddamn tone because the kid just do it live action if you don't give a shit. Why stick with this extremely whimsical art style if you're going to insert jokes like that?
But I feel like this movie was made for people who were already fans of the kids' book and who knew the kids' book existed. And, again, I like that the execution is whatever, but I like that idea of trying to try to capture the whimsy of a kid's book and try to turn that into an animation,
into an adult thing by adding this is where the adult thing goes, and there's a lot of felonies in this movie. Just moving forward, she is coerced by a friend, her pet flea Fido, who nobody else cares, is voiced by Peter McNichol, that old dude from Numbers, and I just imagine Peter McNichol, the old balding man, just goes, Olive, I can't do this accent, but this fucking this flea is.
And it's full of your standard Amelia Bedelia jokes. Like the whole premise of the movie is that Santa Blitzen has a bad leg, and so Santa is going to rely on Olive, the other reindeer, and Fido convinces Olive that Santa's talking about her. Also joining them are the bus driver Richard Stans, who thought the Pledge of Allegiance was about him.
That was funny because they didn't lean into it. That was good.
And Round John Virgin from the Silent Night.
But nothing can compare. Jesus Christ, nothing can compare to showing up at a stereotypical Christmas biker bar and being told that you're not good enough and that you need to get out of town by fucking frontman of the band Rem, Michael Stipe.
Who plays Schnitzel the reindeer.
Schnitzel the reindeer, perfect name. My eyes are now wide open, and it is the end of the world as I know it. This fucking man has a voice that makes you go, that sounds like Michael Stipe, of the lead singer of the band R.E.M., and then you fucking type it into Wikipedia, and he goes, yeah, that's Michael Stipe, lead singer of the band R.E.M. Why did we give him a song where his voice is beautiful, but it's so dumb? And this 2D animation in a bar fight doesn't translate at all.
But it's okay, because then the lead singer of R.E.M. tells us that they're not so bad.
Thank you, lead singer of R.E.M., Michael Stipe, my new favorite band that was popular in the 80s and 90s. What is he doing here?
I don't know.
There's a bunch of throwaway, like, what did you say, Tress MacNeille plays a bunch of the media just at the house.
Yeah, yep, she plays Mrs. Claus first, and then the newswoman at the North Pole, because of course the entire world is freaking out, because what if Santa has to cancel his ride around the world?
Well, shit then, I guess. Fuck, and it gets to the point where, like, there's so many weird special guests that I, like, when he's talking to Donner or somebody, and he's like, hey, after this we're going for some reindeer games.
That's Comet, yeah.
He's talking to Comet, he's like, hey, Olive, after this we're going out for some reindeer games. You want to go? And I said in my brain, I swear to God, that's Dale Earnhardt. Like, why?
I don't think it is.
Why wouldn't it be? I'm gonna Google it.
So you have the general cast list. When you look at this movie, is weirdly hard not to Google.
Weirdly stacked.
But to find the in-depth cast is quite difficult, because there are some quite famous people here. But yeah, but the people who do the extra characters, the people who don't get like an actual billing, are Billy West and like two other people.
Billy West does that thing where he's everywhere.
Yeah.
By the way, no excuse. Dale Earnhardt died in February of 2001. He could have made time in his schedule.
He could have been Comet. You know what? If that's your fan canon, that makes this movie better for you, John.
And it just continues to get fucked up. At the
so the postman is chasing them all the way to the North Pole, by the way,
by committing a series of increasingly ugly-looking felonies.
Yes, yeah, he's a horrible driver. And the postman does not want Christmas to happen because he's tired of carrying heavy Christmas
What
gifts.
a petty bitch.
So he fakes letters to Santa by kids saying, Santa, we hate you and don't come to my house. And he also steals all the toys from the sleigh. And we have to return the toys by having the Penguin Martini steal the postal truck.
There's a scene where they get run off the road, and also they talk to a Native American couple on the bus.
Yes.
It's just a really flat, normal scene, and then they fucking... Why? What? Okay, back to the jokes. I'm sorry. What kind of a fucking joke setup is like, hey, welcome to the diner, what can I get you? I like a bone, dressing on the side, please. That's not even an attempt at a joke. I would like the dead fish, please. What? Why?
And there's when they're talking to the Eskimo couple behind them on the bus.
Oh, that makes way more sense.
They say, whoa, man, 40-degree temperatures were okay for a while, but it'll be good to get back home where it's cold.
Oh, he didn't say where it was cold. That joke is actually halfway funny now. Okay, wow.
Yeah, there's a lot. This does have some kind of Simpsons humor where if you're not really paying attention, you're gonna miss it. Not that these jokes are stellar by any means.
There were points where I'm really impressed. You could tell Matt Groening was an EP or a producer because...
well, I think he was the director.
Yeah, he probably was. He was the first name you see when you look at this on YouTube. It's free on YouTube, by the way.
Yes. And it's only 45 minutes.
Please, Merry Christmas. But they have this kind of humor where they're driving the bus to get to the rest of the way to the North Pole, and they pass a sign that's not there long enough to read. I'm like, no, I am not. If I have to sit here, I'm going to read every Simpsons joke there is. And it wasn't that funny, but it was there.
Yeah, and so what the sign says is litter removal brought to you by the Quadruped Gap. And John and I didn't get that joke.
Because
so
earlier...
if you know where that joke is referencing, please tell us.
But it feels...
And don't forget the Deus Ex Machina.
What the fuck? That's about that's right before I started settling into a somewhat consistent humor pattern, because it's like, here's something to Olive from Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
And it's a nail file to get her out of the situation.
Yeah, to get her out of the postal truck.
But it's like, I found it in a letter to me from Deus Ex Machina, Denise Ex Machina, and Olive just straight up goes, I don't know, look it up. Let's go on.
Anyway.
But I
mean, I feel like we're spinning our wheels here, so...
Hard 12-minute limit on Christmas movies.
I ironically love this movie. I have a great time watching this movie. It does suck.
If you're...
but it's... Again, I like the idea of this, and it has a really, really good voice cast. It has songs. It's something for your kids to stare at.
It is a solid -7. It is an impressively bad, you're gonna have a good time watch, guys. Thank you for joining us on the second surprise Christmas episode in a row of 1999's Olive, Space, The Other Reindeer. Join us some other time for something else. I'm worried what is in store for us.
Hey, we haven't even gotten to Rankin Bass yet.
Before the fucking year ends. Bye, everybody.